Black, white tokens, blade tokens, here in Modern. This one comes to us from DH or D Hamlin Music from the Black White Discord. Interesting list. We've actually modified this list from the original 75. We've done this because I'm not quite convinced everything was maybe up to date with what we have going on. You're half a sub with these emotes. Slayer Fall. So, what we changed was this list actually had 4 intangible virtues. 4 intangible virtues main, and I didn't particularly like that. It had a few things sideboard that I've also adjusted. It had 2 extirpates, it had 2 Ashiok Dream Renders, and 2 Auriok Champions. So we modified some stuff. What did we change for that? Well, used to be 4 intangibles. We added a Stoneforge. There actually happened to be only 3 of them, so we decided we're going to play harder on the Stoneforge package. I think Stoneforge gives that black-white tokens that opportunity to be something that could beat down opponents. We have added a Thoughtseize. It used to be 2 Thoughtseize, 3 Inquisition, or it was 2 Inquisition, 3 Thoughtseize. We added 1 discard spell. And I added 2 Kaya's Guile. Now, looking at some of the things happening right now in Modern, we have these pretty busted little lists. We got Oops All Spells doing things. There is Charbelcher out there. There is the Trickster lists, whether that's Trickster for Tibalt or Trickster for Emrakul. In this case, Trickster for Tibalt is a little bit harder for us to deal with, but we do have Celestial Purges for that. In the case of, say, an Emrakul or something like that, we will give them another turn, but Kaya's Guile is super nice because it can get our opponent's creature to be sacrificed. So the idea is hopefully they don't have another one as well. Otherwise, what was the other thing that interested me, and something we may be playing in League number 2, but this had 2 Foretell cards, and I wanted to go ahead and start showcasing some of these, other than some of the new sweet art from Kaldheim. I wanted to play some more Foretell cards because I think these are very interesting design spaces and I'd like to experiment with them. So the first one we have here is actually in the sideboard, and it's Doomscar. Now Doomscar is your basically Wrath effect, but it's interesting because you can kind of tuck this away. And for 2 mana, you can put this to the Foretell, which exiles it. It makes it so that the card can't be discarded, which is an interesting upside, and it actually makes it cheaper. Now, if we top deck this and we needed to Wrath our opponent, it is 5 mana, so if we needed to do it on turn 4 and didn't have it in the early stages, that might be a problem. Plenty of things to do on turn 2, so we may be just casting this for 5. We'll find out. The other thing that's been interesting to me is making your own miracles, essentially. So Starnheim Unleashed is basically a 4 mana 4/4 angel token on theme with black-white tokens, but you can foretell it away and then later use 1 white plus double X and make X 4/4 white flying angels with vigilance and their warriors. So these combinations of foretell cards and then putting them into the black-white token list along with a little bit of a Stoneforge and equipment package felt like a very nice way to approach the list. Black-white tokens is a bit of a underdog and sometimes won't get there because of the life loss that you do, or your tokens are just maybe not that great at hitting. Now, I did consider Rest in Peace, Lingering Souls. I decided not to do that. So we have the Ashioks, which seemed okay. We have some Deafening Silences here in case we do run into some trickery, along with Damping Sphere to do Tron things, but also to do things with the trickery. Gives us a little more flexibility than going 3 in on the Deafening Silence. So that's your list. We'll see how it runs. I'm excited. I like black-white tokens. We've got some Planeswalkers, Gideon, and Sauron. We're going to gain life and stuff like that. So the timely reinforcements may be an incorrect play over, say, an Auriok Champion. However, we're chump blocking a bunch with souls or removing things with path. I feel okay against, say, Rakdos midrange. With that, let's queue up for a league. Let's get things going. Prison for the win. What kind of computer do I use? I'm not sure how to answer said question. Where's the league? Oh my gosh, it's all the way up here. Oh, that's right. I was testing something. Don't worry, I get my play points back. I was double checking when I was doing all the alerts. So this is off, but when I was doing those alert changes, I brought this screen up and I just joined really quick so I could do this and then see where the alert landed, because I accidentally made the alert the size of this window. It was terrible. 1 or 2 leagues today? Probably 2. I expect black-white tokens to take a little bit of time in the next list as well. Windows 95, absolutely. You got it. You figured it out. Windows 95. Upgraded from Windows 3.1. Had Chips Challenge, MS-DOS. Playing some Descent as well, if you know that game. And Roller Coaster Tycoon. Aw, yeah. Happy Wednesday, by the way. How's everyone doing here? We got started with Hazendan's resub. Thank you so much for that. We got a bunch of folks checking in. We're ready to play some Magic. Let's go. What's up, Avaros in a dress? I'm glad to see you're here. And not over in Varos's land. Proliferate is our opponent's. Appropriate, because you proliferate tokens. Let's play first. All right. I like this opening hand here. Bitter Blossom. We can start with a Thoughtseize. We have something to get us a basic if we need to, and Kaya's Guile deals with the trickery lists if we are running into one of those. Seems good. Let's do it. Tokens, right, Viking? Everyone likes a good token. Ooh, what's the brew, Fluffy? That's the question. Always red prison. Get mooned. Incoming Concealed Courtyard and Thoughtseize. All right. Whoa. So we have an Abrade. Don't care about that. We have a Crashing Footfalls. I kind of care about this. We have Electro Dominance, which I do care about. We have a Finale of Promise here as well, and a Greater Gargadon. Interesting. Oh, I have a PC then, Prison. So we have 2 Electro Dominance and a Finale here. I don't particularly like that the Finale is here because it can get them to cast things. But I suppose I can put the Electro Dominance into the yard. And if I do that, I can always Kaya's Guile it away in a turn or 2. So that'll be the hope. I could theoretically take the Crashing Footfalls, but I think I can beat that with Bitter Blossom tokens, maybe. Maybe. These do have Trample. We'll find out soon together. Let's try not to take any damage if we don't have to. Bitter Blossom, go. Whoa. You can put that blue mana opt. Card immediately on top. Scalding Tarn. Oh boy. Did they just find Electro Dominance and they're going to make some Footfalls? Suspends a Greater Gargadon. Bitter Blossom token. It's funny to see an Abrade here. It's funny to see the Abrade because of the Stoneforge Mystic. I suppose I can put it in as a 1/2, or I can just continuously leave Kaya's Guile up. I think I'm going to actually leave Kaya's Guile up here. And I think I'm going to do this because that way I can interact with their graveyard if they somehow dump something there. If they're doing this Greater Gargadon stuff, who knows what will happen there. They could sacrifice some lands. A lot of weird things could happen here. I'm pretty happy to just attack with some fairies for a little while. Let's go ahead and swing in for one. Like I said, I want to probably be able to interact with the Guile, so we'll wait one more turn before doing Stoneforge here. At work, but I'll chat this on YouTube and scream when you keep one-landers. All right, there's an As Foretold here. There's a Crashing. We have a Finale and a Braid. All right, so Kaya's Guile here can make them sack a creature, and then we exile cards from their graveyard so they don't rebuy this with the Finale. I think that's what we want to do here. Let's go ahead and fetch here as well. I'll get a snow-covered, why not? So sacrifice and exile cards from an opponent's graveyard. All right, one less creature to deal with. Ooh, Sword of Feast and Famine is kind of an interesting draw here. I suppose we'll put that down and attach. This will allow us to untap as well, which is super nice. Then I could play Sorin. I think it's a pretty easy attack here. They discard an As Foretold. We untap. So I could put Stoneforge down and move Sword here. Sword's gonna probably get abraded. So I'm thinking I just want to play a Sorin down this turn and probably just make a 2/2 vampire. I have 3 damage that's protecting Fairy plus Vampire here. It does mean the Rhino could theoretically come down at Sorin here. We'll see what happens. Wouldn't mind the Abrade getting rid of the sword, because then I can Stoneforge for a Batterskull. Why Prismatic Vista? I don't know, it was just in the list. My opponent abrades just the token here. In that case, I lose Sorin either way, so we'll just let it roll here. All right. Let's play a Stoneforge down. This gives me the Batterskull. Of course I'll go get Batterskull. Ta-da! Let's combat away. I'm feeling pretty decent here. We'll continue to put things into the battlefield. Let's go ahead and float some mana here. Oh, this is during damage. Let's go ahead and actually draw a card here. I'm going to untap and I have the ability to play something down. My opponent discards a Simian. We have a Finale plus an unknown card. I'm going to go ahead and play a Batterskull here, as I'm more afraid that the Village Rites drawing may not matter here. Ooh, a Spell Pierce. All right. They have Finale. That is it. Feeling pretty good here. We'll see what they top deck. Otherwise, I should be able to kill, I think. We didn't change any of the land base. I don't particularly like to go after land bases from lists that we end up grabbing from the internet, Viking. Just because I think it's just better to focus on kind of the main core portions of the list while you're getting used to it. But there you go. Hey, a W thus far. We're going to get a Lingering. We're going to have a Path coming after the Village Rites. Ooh, this is going to get spicy. Okay. Well, how do we want to approach this? Extirpate and Necromentia could be interesting. Doomscar could be. Skyclaves could be. Purge possibly for Greater Gargadon, but I have Path, so I probably won't add that. Deafening Silence is probably a no as well. I'm looking at these probably. See, this game is easy. Alright, I like my Inquisitions, I like my Thoughtseizes. Maybe don't need as many paths here. I've got the Guiles, so like a single path can maybe come out here. Just starts to wind up, what do we want to do? Skyclave's not bad for, say, an As Foretold or a Greater Gargadon. Greater Gargadon is above 4, so it doesn't hit that. So it's just for As Foretold. So there could be an argument that a card just for As Foretold is maybe not great, but at the same time, maybe we just need to do that in case that's the only way they have to interact with quick spells. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing like 2 Necromentias here. And cut 1 Village Rites. Almost seems okay to do because if they get a Restore Balance here, drawing cards may not be very good because they may only have 1 or 2 cards in their hand. I don't think this Unleashed is going to probably happen anytime soon. I'll probably be able to cut this for maybe the Extirpate. We're using the idea of potentially using the Extirpate as a way to interact with something in the graveyard for something like Finale. If they get 2 tokens, we're in trouble from the Footfalls. I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with what we have here. Yeah, let's go for it. I don't think I want to bring in any other artifacts, and I don't mind having Stoneforge go pick up a Batterskull for us. Hey, 1-lander. I think for Nydia's sake, we should go ahead and keep this one. It's a 1-lander. That's easy, right? Just keep the 1-lander and go. It's got another Bitter Blossom pretty quickly, which I do like. No discard, though, and we have a Village Rites. If I don't hit the next land, I'm going to be really upset. What's up, a Rodeo? I think we can mulligan. If I find, like, a discard spell, I'm going to prefer it better than this. Well, there's discard and a Bitter Blossom. I can put the Batterskull back, and I've got the 1-lander again. All right, let's keep. What changed? I have a turn 1 play. That's it. That's it. Maybe I'll path my own tokens here. I don't know what you're talking about. In a dress. Nice. All right. Fetch Shock here. And Inquisition them. Boom. All right. What do we have? As Foretold, As Foretold. Restore Balance, Simian Spirit Guide. Huh. Alright, so Restore Balance. Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player. Players sacrifice creatures and discard cards. Okay. I don't think I care about a Restore Balance, honestly. I'm tempted to do the Ancestral Visions and then plop down a Bitter Blossom. That's what I am thinking. Because that Restore Balance, don't care. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Ancestral Visions. Restore Balance will be a Wrath effect, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that. Simian Spirit Guide, As Foretold here. They won't fire off the Restore Balance, obviously. Stoneforge isn't bad, but before we lose this card, let's get the Bitter Blossom down and pass turn. Cool. Okay. Oh! Opponent top decks a Force and Negation. We have an Restore Balance in my opponent's hand. All right, well, that worked out for them. Land here. They could empty my hand here. Empty my hand, I don't lose any cards. We'll see if that's what they want to do. A little Stomping Ground. All right. They play so few lands, maybe take the monkey. Well, we have Lingering Souls. Don't worry about it, everyone. We're fine. Let's put this into play so I don't have to take damage. Bam. We have power 2. You have power none. Okay. By the way, my opponent found the Scalding Tarn. Maybe taking the Simian Spirit Guide stops them for a turn. I think the Ancestral Visions, though, if they just get to do that, we end up losing. This is a good card. We'll slap this down. And swing for 2. Look at this. Look at that top. Look at that top deck. All right, as we're told, up to 3. Opponent's getting the things done. Blood Moon's got me. All right, well, we'll attach and go swinging. Attach and go swinging. We get to untap, too. That's pretty cool. 4 damage. And Anger of the Gods was ditched. They decided Blood Moon better than Anger. I like their thinking. Electro Dominances, and apparently I don't think they did that right. In for 4, pass turn. Leyline of Sanctity. Land, attack for another 4 here, pass the turn. Come on. 2 more swings here. 2 more. They can play anything. Well, except Greater Gargadon. Suspends a Greater Gargadon. We'll just hold this because it's not going to matter too much. Opponent's going to 1. Top of the library is it's an opt. They have to use the as foretold, though, so restore balance isn't showing up. It's a land. Good game, opponent. Good game. Black-white tokens. Ooh, getting Blood Mooned. We're the Blood Moon player. That's right. Telling you, if they would have been able to draw there, easily gets more lands, finds ways, doesn't get discarded with the sword. We luckily drew off the top. We didn't play around Blood Moon. I didn't think it was going to be that big of an issue. We're 1-0. I'm happy about our 1-0. On the right track. Let's keep it rolling. Good game. Well played. Have fun. Submit. We're 1-0. My opponent is 2-1. Let's play. 1 landers again. Well, how many land? I thought this was like 24. Yeah, it's 24. I'm a little surprised by these 1 landers. If it was a Godless Shrine, maybe we keep it, but we'll already mulligan this as well. All right, this looks reasonable here. I'm going to go ahead and keep. I'm going to get rid of a swamp here and keep the Field of Ruin on the off chance my opponent's playing Tron. Let's go. Black Cleave Cliffs, looks good. I put a Godless Shrine down, pass the turn. Should be pretty safe to do this. They could have Blood Moon. Another Black Cleave. We're just going to play Valky. Valky takes Skyclave. It's the only creature. All right, so we've got some Valky list over here. I see you, Tibalt. Opponent's like, what's going on? Stoneforge is a good draw. Let's go ahead and take a white source here. And let's go ahead and pick ourselves up. I kind of am tempted to go ahead and get the Sword of Feast and Famine here. I don't think I'm going to need this Batterskull. I like this card. Let's do this. Yeah, it's Valky. I'm just gonna call it Valky. Gemstone Caverns. My opponent's trying to get this out faster. Stomps the Mystic. Goodbye, Mystic. Hits for 2. Well, Skyclave this seems reasonable. I definitely like Skyclaving this away and getting my Skyclave back here. Then we have a Skyclave for a Bone Crusher Giant as well and can leave up a Village Rites. I'm pretty happy with this. New Valky grabs Skyclave. Fine, you can have it. All right, we end up finding ourselves a path. I will shock in here. We will play Lingering Souls. I will happily attack here. Trading this is fine because I get Skyclave back. They would get a 2/2. It's actually sort of an upgrade for them. I'm willing to just do this so I get my Skyclave back, clear a creature, not too worried about everything that just happened. Could have used Village Rites on our own Skyclave apparition. I'm not really interested in doing that though. All right, see some Pyromancer, ditch 2 card, draw 2 cards. What's up, MGG Nexus? Pilot dude also. It's good to see you here. Okay. I feel like we're good to just draw. Let's just draw. I can Skyclave Season Pyromancer here. I'll put this in tapped. And just pass the turn. We're very kind here. We give them tokens. They have tokens. We have token. Everyone gets a token. Leaving myself Village and Path here just as options. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cascade. This is gonna cascade into the Tibalt, and Tibalt's gonna be played here. Which isn't the worst yet. All right, castle for us and a wooded foothills for them. They can take the wooded. Simian Spirit Guide exiled and a Bone Crusher Giant is played here. Okay. For me, I think we go ahead and path the Bone Crusher just to kind of move it out of the way here. I could also Village Rites. My plan probably is sword, attach sword to a flyer. I would have to connect with my opponent, which maybe is just smarter to do the untap here and then see, just maybe ignore Tibalt. One, two, three, four, five. This would make it 6. Then they would have 7. So if they top decked another Tibalt, they get to play it. I'm gonna go ahead and path the Bone Crusher Giant. Something's just telling me I need to get that off of the battlefield here. We can sword, attach, play new Lingering Souls, and just start smacking them down here. Kaya's Guile's kind of an interesting draw. Let's hook it up. Let's go ahead and attack them and attack Tibalt for 1 here. All flyers. Get to untap here as well. We'll do a Lingering Souls from the yard and leave things available for lift off later. Kaya's Guile's available. Village Rites. Got lots of tokens here. I'm not moving sword here because I don't plan to have this bounce around here too much. They do exile my artifact here. Totally fine. They top decked into a Violent Outburst. They get new Tibalt. New Tibalt. It does exile the sword. They exile the top of ours and theirs. They see a Sorin from us. A Blood Moon from them. The Blood Moon's super bad to see here because I don't have this ability able to go get black because I tapped. And I should have this untapped. One, two, three, four, five. Or do I want to draw cards? It's probably better to draw cards here. And sacrifice one of my spirits to do this. Alright. Well, we get a spirit back. I don't get to replay it because I don't have a swamp. They take my castle. Okay, 3 tokens at Tibalt. Play new Lingering Souls. And pass the turn. We really should have black here. Having that Field of Ruin tapped was not needed. Bone Crusher Giant and Plains. They take my Plains. You like Harsh Sustenance? Maybe. All right, so I have 5 tokens here that can hit the Tibalt. They stomp here. They apparently drew a stomp and upticked onto a Bone Crusher, and they play our Sorin as well, which makes their tokens that much better here as well. This looks like lights out for us. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. They have a Blood Moon. They've got the Tibalt going. Really just not getting there. All right. Necromentia for this matchup. I don't mind the Deafening Silences here. The Purges are pretty good too. Let's see here. I think I just like all of this. Let's take a look at what we have that I don't want. Probably can drop a couple paths here. Don't mind Thoughtseize or Inquisition. I think those are important. I like Bitter, Stoneforge. Kaya's Guile is maybe not as strong here. My opponent's not really going for their graveyard necessarily. They actually could probably just take all the Kaya's Guiles out. Just need ways to interact with a little bit of their combo, I guess we'll call it. I could probably take out a Thoughtseize too, possibly. Skyclave is maybe not the strongest card. It could get rid of a Blood Moon though, so we'll go ahead and keep a little bit of that. I like the Purge option for sure, and definitely Deafening Silence because they also have Bloodbraid Elf. Necromentia is just kind of interesting. Just as a way to like early on get rid of something. I'm almost tempted to just take out one of our Planeswalkers. I don't know. I could also take out a Village Rites. Just because we're bringing in this hate. But then the Village Rites maybe finds me Necromentia faster. Let's take out one Sorin here. I like my interaction. Yeah. But you have to be careful. We've only got so many basics. This seems all right. Deafening, Purge, Necromentia, just ways to stop them from getting Tibalt out. Let's play first. All right, I have a Thoughtseize. I do have the ability to get all of my basics if need be. We could try this. This doesn't really stop what they're doing, though. My opponent finds another way to cascade into Tibalt. We're in trouble. I almost don't like this hand. The path isn't very strong against them. It's not like a Lingering Souls is going to win us this game. We need something else here. Let's mulligan this. I mean, this is like kind of the same thing going on. I suppose we can try this because I have a Stoneforge. We have that path. We have that discard. Just ditch the Batterskull here. Basically, I have this instead of Lingering Souls. All right. I don't particularly like this keep, but we'll do it. We'll get rid of the Batterskull here because I'm going to just Inquisition and then Stoneforge. I don't play very well around a Blood Moon here because I can't get basics fast enough compared to wanting to get Stoneforge down here. All right, let's Inquisition, see what's up. All right, we have a Bone Crusher Giant, which gets rid of Stoneforge. We have a Blood Moon, which I can technically play around. Bone Crusher Giant kills our Stoneforge Mystic. I think I have to take the Violent Outburst and just work my way around the Blood Moon. Which we can do. We can go get Stoneforge Mystic and then use this to get a basic, and this can get a this can be a path. All right. So Stoneforge, we can pick up whichever we want. We'll get Batterskull first, I suppose. Pass the turn. They'll probably want to Bone Crusher Giant this immediately. Which means I'm only going to probably... Unless I get a fetch land, I'm only going to have one white, which might be a problem because I can't path this. All right. A Thoughtseize or Inquisition would be good here for the Blood Moon. It's not a bad card to see. Okay, so I need to go get white here. I'm going to take the Stomping Ground in case they needed the green, and I'm going to get a Snow Covered. And we're going to just slam down the Deafening Silence because that stops the Tibalt. So that's kind of good. I do give them the green, but I don't think that's going to matter that much here since I have the Deafening. I'll slap down... Oh, nope, Valky. Well, Valky shows up. They get to take a Stoneforge. It's not the end of the world here. Cool. We'll just Bitter Blossom and maybe path them on their turn. This all looks fine here. We could even path our own Bitter Blossom here and not even worry about the 2-1. Actually, I kind of like that. That way I get my double white here. Oh, we're cascading. All right, they got a 3-2. That works for them. They got creatures. Oh, maybe I have to path this now. Taking 5, 6. It's a lot. Let's go ahead and path. I think it's a little too much just because the Bitter Blossom does hurt us. I know we've got this Batterskull. We're just a little ways away from casting that, though. Remember, we do have to cast it. Ooh. Oh, hold up. Hold up. What do we name with this? Deafening Silence. I mean, I guess that... So it's kind of interesting. So each player can't cast more than one non-creature spell each turn. My opponent could cascade with a Bloodbraid Elf and hit. They could hit. Do I Necromentia that? Maybe I just Necromentia a Bloodbraid Elf at this point. I could also Necromentia Bone Crusher Giant. I don't think I named Blood Moon. It's kind of weird because if they have any of them, in their hand, I could get rid of Seasoned Pyromancer here. Gosh, how much do I hate this Blood Moon? I don't think I hate it enough. Okay. I think I want to name Bone Crusher Giant, honestly. Because this show, I mean, maybe that's not a problem. We can chump block for a little bit, try to get 2 more lands. Chump blocking a few more times is just going to be tough, though. They're not going to attack with the Stone Forge. Honestly, if the Blood Moon comes down, it helps us with our Pain land. They're at 5. Maybe I just name the Valky God of Light Tibalt. All right. I don't think it matters which side I name. I'm gonna name Valky here. They have a Blood Moon and a Wooded Foothills. Let's see what else they could hit me with. They have K-Command Maelstrom Pulses, Plague Engineer. This is a good one to know about in the future. Demonic and Violent and more K-Commands. So we have 3 K-Commands and 2 Maelstrom Pulses to avoid. There's only one other Bone Crusher Giant. That's good to know. So Bone Crusher wouldn't have been that great. So Plague and Maelstrom and K-Command for the future. All right. Sounds good, opponent. Sounds like you got some good stuff there. Let me read Necromancy real quick. To search target opponent's graveyard and hand. Yeah, they would still be able to cast this one, but I would get any more that they might have. All right, we're gonna block here the Valky because I want my Stoneforge back. Looks like my opponent's not interested in that. Oh, that's right. They can convert this. 1, 2. That's fine. All right. Choosing Blood Moon over playing the Bone Crusher. I think that's a mistake. All right, we need 1 more land. Come on, land. Come on, land. We're not going to block with the fairy this time. We'll take the 3. 1 more running land, please. Thank you. Down to 7. We're going to 6. Need you. Come on, land. Right here. Bitter Blossom trigger. If you have a K command, just fire it off. Make me discard this. Alright. Well, there's a Lingering Souls. Cast Lingering Souls to make more tokens and pass turn. We're on the defense. Maybe double block, chump over here or something like that. Because then I can Lingering Souls plus the Stoneforge that's tucked under here. I really can't take much damage here, that's for sure. Swings with the team. There's a guaranteed block here. There's almost a guaranteed block here and 1 here. The question is, do I double up here? I think I do double up here just because it gives me Stoneforge back. Which gives me a way to get Batterskull in, and if I fail to find here in a few turns. All right, we're not doing Gideon. We'll do Stoneforge though. Yes, go get me sword. Lingering Souls here. Ta-da! Go ahead, opponent. Defend. Don't die to the Bitter Blossom. All right. Luckily, I have a way to get Batterskull and sword in reasonably quick here. Oh, we're doing something. Oh, okay. Deafening silence prevents this from hitting anything. This can't block. All right. So block 1, then 1, 2, 3 here. Seems reasonable. Cool. Now we got a Batter Skull down. Bitter Blossom trigger again. Land. So 1, 2, 3. Sword and attach. Attack. Untap and play Batter Skull. I just realized because of my deafening silence, I can't do this. Oops. All right. Seasoned Pyromancer for our opponent. Followed by a Bloodbraid Elf. I screwed this up because of my deafening silence. It feels really awkward. Because they'll hit me for 2. I'm going to take 1 from my Bitter Blossom here. And then my opponent doesn't have to attack, and I die to the Bitter Blossom. I played this so poorly. There's a Village Rites. What can I do here? Let's start with a Village Rites on our Fairy Rogue. I end up finding another Plains. What does this get me? Doesn't give me really anything because I can't cast anything because of the deafening silence. Let's see if my opponent gets greedy here and attacks me to kill me. I don't think it really matters because they don't have to. I should really have a Batter Skull down 1 turn earlier. Yeah, they don't. That's my fault. We lose to our own deafening silence there. We have game 2 and we should be going to game 3. No, equip is 5. We need 1 more. We should have this Batter Skull down earlier. We played the Deafening Silence and we just haven't played with the card enough and we keep forgetting that it's affecting us. We were wanting to play 1 card at a turn. That's mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. Let's learn from them and go forward. We definitely should be going to game number 3 though there. Or yeah, game 3. Oh well. That's all right. We're keeping the tech quiet and silent, right? All right, that Asian guy is our opponent. Let's play first. 1 landers all night long. Let's mulligan this. All right, we'll keep. We can get rid of Bright Climb here. Might even just go basics on the off chance that they're one of these lists again. All right, we have a shot at redeeming ourselves, it looks like. Opponent gets rid of a Magus of the Moon. I respect that. Still gonna fetch some basics. Inquisition. Look, it's Valky. Valky, Simeon, and Magus of the Moon. All right, so We probably just let them take Valky because we're going to get rid of it. They have enough mana here. I don't really worry. No. What's funny is this list is going to help us, but this doesn't mean prison anymore. Actually means this cascade stuff. All right, let's take the Magus here. You could take the Simian Spirit Guide as well. This will allow me to go get white and then Kaya's Guile when they play Valky here. They'll take Stoneforge briefly, and we'll have Kaya's Guile next. Cool. Simian Burden Unknown. Village Rites. Let's go ahead and fetch for that. Basic Plains and pass turn. Luckily for me, I get to do the Silent Clearing next. We're just hoping that my opponent doesn't have another creature here. I suppose they could play the Simian Spirit Guide to prevent me from sacrificing this. Which is okay. I'll probably still make them sacrifice and then get a Village Rites to draw cards. Nope. So my opponent top decks into Tibalt instead. Kaya's Guile for them and a Burden Catacomb. Play a Silent Clearing past turn. Vault would save me 1 life, but we may be wanting to draw here. Up again, we get a Stoneforge and they get a Blood Moon. Opponent's going to combat here. I'm going to take this 2 here to see what else they're playing before we get aggressive with the Guile. Yeah, it's the same list. So they're going to cast what appears to be... Well, Blood Moon's fine. Well, as fine as it can be. So each opponent sacrifices, and we'll create a 1/1 token. Not that that's great against Tibalt. It's kind of nasty. A little bit. Ooh, extra planes is pretty good here. Let's go ahead and play Stoneforge. Now I kind of like the idea of the Sword of Feast and Famine here, because this... But I also know that right now we could play like Batterskull and return it if we get to keep Stoneforge. It's tough to say because this is just going to get rid of whichever artifact we get. We'll go ahead and do the Batterskull in this case. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, this is kind of nasty. It's really hard to play against what's going on here. Not to mention my opponent has a Stoneforge that they could play. They get rid of mine. Shoot. We should have drawn there. All right. Well, Lingering Souls is kind of cool. We have a Magus and we have a couple Stoneforges. I'm going to go ahead and flood the board here with Lingering Souls to see if we can get rid of Tibalt. We know it's a Simian Spirit Guide and something else. I'm guessing there's something instant speed here because they didn't play Simian Spirit Guide or their Magus. Because I'm pretty sure this Magus was off of Valky. Maybe it's not. It's hard to say. Oh, my opponent's doing Kaya's Guile from from us. That's right, we exiled that card. Now they have a spirit. Maybe it is. I'm trying to figure out. It'd be nice if there was an indicator of what's been exiled here. Like, this Godless Shrine has no indicator, so it's really hard to keep track of what I've exiled and what they've exiled. making it confusing. New Stoneforge. Play New Stoneforge. We'll go get Sword of Feast and Famine. Let's go combat here, swing everything at Tibalt and pass turn. We're battling the Tibalt. Not going to use Village Rites here. I'm expecting this to maybe tick down. We'll see. Got to hold on to our swords and batter skulls as much as we can here. See if we can do the Village Rites correctly this time around. Oh, we're doing something. Dismember here. Go ahead and Village Rites away. Draw some cards. Feels good to do that correctly. This list has a Field of Dead in it? I guess so. I guess so. Alright, Tibalt goes up to 5 here. We have Inquisition and a Stomping Ground. The Inquisition's super good for them to find because they can get rid of the Sword of Feast and Famine. And again, I have no idea what's been exiled now. I'm pretty sure one of these Stone Forges is available. It does make tokens, yeah. Season Pyromancer. Luckily I fly. Beast Within and a Simian Spirit Guide. Land Played. I'm not sure I'm going to get this Tibalt off the battlefield. Plays a Stoneforge. Yeah, see, they own some of these Stoneforges too, but I don't remember how many. One, two, three, four, five, 1, 2. It's not ready yet. I guess I can attack Tibalt some more here, and I'll just take 2, 3, 4, 5. Exile artifact or creature. Alright, we'll do it. We'll just play the Bitter Blossom. If you kill Tibalt, they will probably just cast another one for 7. Yeah, probably at this point. Path and a Demonic Dread. Now they can just like go get a new one. I wasn't able to kill Tibalt fast enough. Opponent's gonna use Bloodbraid, swing into something. Another Valky here. So now they can just get Tibalt and they have a bonus Tibalt if they wanted. Checks hand instead. Nothing here, opponent, nothing here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 5. I have to play Batterskull. This is here. I guess it won't be able to exile the artifact, which is good. I go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a Demonic Dread though, so the Batterskull is taken care of anyway. Oh, we'll play Batterskull here. It's probably not doing enough, unfortunately for us. Does become a germ though. It was 7 loyalty on turn 3. It's fair. We're probably not killing it with all the stuff we have. Gemstone and a Concealed Courtyard. My opponent gets a land here. They decide to take mine. And like I said, they have the Demonic Dread that they can go ahead and use. This will spin to a new Tibalt. New Tibalt kills Batterskull. I'm gonna miss creature can't block. All right, let's see if we can get a better handle on game 2. Necromentia is still gonna come in here. Celestial Purge I also brought in, and then I brought Deafening Silence. That's how we did it last time. Let's do it this way again. I took out one to 2 paths, I remember. 1 Sorin. And I want to say I took out all the Kaya's Guiles because they didn't go after our graveyard. There's nothing in the graveyard for us to go after. This looks about right. believe this is what we did last time. All right, let's make sure we play Deafening Silence correctly here. We got the Purges. Necromentia is going to name Tibalt, obviously. I think we've got a good shot if we can get rid of that card. Let's do it. Got to avoid Blood Moon. Man, this Tibalt list is making Red Prison look very fair. Very fair compared to what they're doing. Let's roll. What's funny is they can still cascade into it off of a Bloodbraid Elf. Still a thing they can do. I don't think the card, by the way, is going to get banned. I could see modal dual facing cards interacting slightly differently with Cascade in the future. If Wizards feels it's a problem. Similar to that of companion changes, I could see that being one thing they would consider. One spell Eidolon would do some work versus these new lists. Yep, Eidolon of Rhetoric. The problem is that Eidolon of Rhetoric typically comes down to late. Turn 3 is too late right now for a lot of the lists. A lot of them are trying to do this so much faster with, say, Gemstone Caverns and Simian Spirit Guides. I don't expect either of those cards to hit the bin. The Banhammer, the bin. I really think it's potentially similar to Brain in the Jar and Converted Mana Cost and Split Cards. I could see Cascade interacting in a way that it should hit only the front half, or the front half can only be cast or something. The Sin Bin. Run Simian Spirit Guy with Eidolon. If we played a White Prison list, which is being considered because we can play Deafening Silence, we can play... Honestly, I'd play white with just a very light splash of blue for like Teferi, so you could do the Knowledge Pool lock. But if you did that, you would definitely run Simian Spirit Guide. All right, let's play first though. All right, once again, we have a hand that, although the Stoneforges are cool and Lingering Souls and Village Rites, I think I've got to interact with them with either a hate piece or targeting their hand. So let's go ahead and mulligan this. This would work except lands, so let's mulligan. All right, this does work. Village Rites can be pitched. Village Rites, and I don't, maybe I do a 1 land here. I kind of want to keep the Skyclave because that could get rid of a Blood Moon, but I'll need 2 basics. So that's why these don't really matter as much. But yeah, let's do double discard here. Here's the gemstone again, and my opponent is going to get rid of something, so that's why we need this discard. Yeah, Lavinia would be considered as well. You're correct. So we'll start with Inquisition. This seems like the safest thing to do. We have a Dynamic Dread and a Violent Outburst here. So I have to take the Simian Spirit Guide and basically rip a Thoughtseize or Inquisition off the top and hope my opponent misses. So Simian Spirit Guide, and let's hope we can rip two spells here. Otherwise, we'll probably be just dead. Two discard spells, or our Silent, or something that interacts with these Violent Outburst Demonic Dreads. Oh. Well, Thoughtseize. We'll see if we're dead. Okay. I guess I'll take the Violent Outburst here because the Demonic Dread needs a creature. So that's like sort of a win. Yeah, Demonic Dread needs a target. So Simian Spirit Guide taken first, then Outburst. And then here we'll go ahead and take basic Plains because I'm going to try to work towards Skyclave here being castable through Blood Moon. It's not bad. Pass the turn. Nice line. Making it. Making it. Bloodbraid Elf's still a thing that spins. All right. I'm going to draw here. I don't have that much at 4. I wanna, ooh, okay, okay. Ooh. I need more white now. Want to be able to do both of these. Deafening silence past the turn. Woo. Making things happen. All right. Now, we don't have double black, but I can't recall a reason to have double black right now. Handy Landy, thank you for the follow. No lands for my opponent. Another Skyclave. I don't feel like I'm supposed to just slam out a Skyclave here. I think just holding them is more important. A handsome follower. There you go, handsome. You got a friend. All right, Asian guy 8. Let's go. You either got the land or you don't. That's right. Move on. Move on. Because if they find like Valky, I can like Skyclave it with my other Skyclave. All right. Let's take a gander at what's going on over here. We have Simeon, we have Magus. Why didn't you play Bloodbraid there? Why, what? Green or red, more likely green, fetch whatever. Simeon Spear Guy, play Gemstone. Loses colors. You go all in when you do stuff like this. You don't lose that much because you have the Magus coming down later. I was gonna take the Bloodbraid. It gives them the most value. They should have played Bloodbraid the last turn. I know what people are saying there, but you play Bloodbraid, you get like a Bone Crusher Giant, you get a Seasoned Pyromancer, you're off to the races. My opponent's playing very passively for a list that should be slamming. Should be slamming. And Basic Forest. All right, cool. You can play that Magus, play that Gemstone down now. Now that I took your Bloodbraid off. You can do whatever you want, opponent. You do whatever you want. All right, we're gonna just hang on to this Purge for just a little bit here. There you go. It's not a bad draw. Pass turn. They could Daemonic Dread me. That's fine. They can get the Valky side. They want to do that. Totally fine with that. Then we just purge Valky and then work towards some other stuff here. I'll double block if they attack. I really don't care about just a Valky. I can also Lingering Souls again. Easy double block here. Sure. Happy with that trade. Half a card for a full card. Hey, look, Lingering Souls. And just play new Lingering Souls past turn. Like I said, I don't really care if they cast this or not, I don't think right now. They want Tibalt. They don't care about having a little Valky. Blood Moon, sweet. Alright, that's cool. Cool card. Extra Lingering Souls, swing, go ahead. We can always purge the Blood Moon away if we want to. I actually kind of want to purge it after they play a new Gemstone, but no such luck here. Bloodbraid spins into Magus. Oh, now we're never purging. I'm a little confused. Why wouldn't you cast the I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna hold here. We're gonna buy back. We'll buy back Lingering Souls this turn. Maybe I'll consider Sorin next turn. Swing past turn. Just found your videos on YouTube like a week ago. First time catching the stream. Really like the Fairy Ninja. And the pack rat. And the pack rat. I don't know what our opponent's doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. I'm just gonna pass turn. I'm not gonna worry about Sorin. I'm gonna leave my purge up. Alright, they just concede. This card's still in their hand. And they have 2 gemstones here. Bloodbraid Elf spins to Magus. You play that because the Deafening Silence doesn't prevent that. The guy known for the rat lists. I don't know what, whatever. Confusion. Confusion. Do I want more Skyclave Apparitions? Or is the double white gonna be too hard to get to? They were making some questionable choices. Not to say that we all know how to play Deafening Silence. I proved that last match. But oh my gosh, 2 a.m. over in Portugal. Well, please get some sleep when you can. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate the follow and then watching our YouTube videos. Fairy Ninjas, it's tempting to play that one again. And I'll say that because we could steal an Emrakul. I don't know. Sword of Fire and Ice might be pretty good. Maybe swap that for Sword of Feast and Famine here. Could be a fine swap here. We didn't do it last time, but I could see it being fine. I kind of want one more Skyclave here over something like a Stoneforge, but I'm just worried about that double white. Opponent's playing basically 8 moons. I almost would rather just play a Doomscar and just blow the world up. Can path my own stuff, which might be worth it. Maybe Gideon's just not worth it here. Let's take a Gideon out and bring something different in. Can I do a Kaya's Guile? No. I want this. Let's just do it. Skyclave Apparition in for Gideon. Let's give it a roll. We know what we need. Deafening Silences, Thoughtseize, Inquisitions. That's what we're looking for in the first 7. And ways to fetch basics. I love it. Keep. It's a great hand. A great hand. I'm going to lead with Deafening Silence so my opponent doesn't try to blaze something out on me. And then we'll hopefully not get Blood Moon. That's the hope. But if we do, we have a backup. It's called Stoneforge Mystic. Let's go. Let's go. I bet they have a way to remove this now. Overgrown Tomb? Not shocked. Blackcleave Cliffs. No Blood Moon. We're living. We are alive, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a game going. Bitter Blossom. Too good for Modern? We'll find out. What's next? What's next? Do I try to set myself up so I can field? Field so I can avoid Blood Moon? That might be worth it. We'll see. We'll see. I hope they don't have a way to kill this. Don't Blood Moon. No, 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 no. I need to do this. I need my double white. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Bitter Blossom. Oh, I have my double white. Okay. We're good. We're good. We made it. All right. With this, kind of want to go get this Sword of Fire and Ice. So let's do it. Let's do it. Go ahead, opponent. I'm going to have so many tokens. I've got all my basics. You pulsed away my Deafening Silence. Spin the wheel. I know you can. Spin it. Yeah. Spin. Dread. Oh, 4 mana. Whoa. Untap for that green. I know you want that Blood Braid. Bloodbraid spins into oh my gosh. The legend that is my opponent. The absolute legend. They go after Stoneforge here. I'm gonna go ahead and Village Rights my Stoneforge. We did it correct this time. Feels good. My opponent attacks me. Not gonna block, obviously. Bitter Blossom token here. Sorin. Oh my gosh, we get it. It happened. Let's give ourselves more black mana for the future. We're definitely doing this. We're definitely upticking here. We're definitely killing Tibalt. Oh, we did it. We killed him. Get wrecked, Tibalt. We're almost to the point where we can Sword of Fire and Ice here too. Blood Crypt for my opponents. Can't imagine they'll shock this in. What's next? I can block really well too. Oh, he attacks. Block. Game 2. Yes. It's all coming together. I'm almost tempted to just do some Lingering Souls here instead of the sword. Oh my gosh, it's bonus Bitter Blossom. We're going all in. We're going all in on the tokens. No fear, ladies and gentlemen. Who needs that sword? We're a black-white token list first. Get smacked. Just feeling spicy, Rogue Goblin. Dono decks aren't a thing yet. Soon. Opponent's gonna spin the wheel. Anger of the gods. We went all in. We went all in. We died. Ow. That's okay. We're going to make 2 tokens here. We're going to play Lingering Souls. We're going to do this. We're going to just refill the board. Refill. What is this for 2 mana? Get out of here, opponent. You don't have Valky again. That's right. They have the Dreadbore one, probably. Tap on, tap on, tap on, tap on, tap on, tap on, tap on. All right, bitter, bitter. Bitter, bitter. There's a path. 1, 2, 3 Lingering Souls. And then Lingering Souls from the yard again. And then I don't really see much of a reason to go up again this turn, so I'm going to make a token here as well. And then pass the turn. We got so many tokens. Look at that. We fixed the board state. It's been fixed. This is Sorin Solemn Visitor. +1/+0 lifelink for creatures you control. Make a 2/2 vampire with flying. An emblem. Opponent sacrifices a creature at each upkeep. Yeah. We don't care about that last one. We're not here to do that last one. We're here to beat Monkey Man. Maelstrom Pulse's Spirit. Get out of here, opponent. That's illegal. Get out of here. Trying to pulse me? You gotta be kidding me. Go away. The emblem's meh. We're not here for the emblem. Sword of Fire and Ice. Cost a little more than 2. Let's do it over here. Attach. Put it on the vampire. Up with the Sorin. Play the land. Swing with the team. Smash the face. Whoosh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15, 16, 17. You're dead. We're going to draw with a silent clearing here as well. Inquisition, check out what's going on. We can beat them. We just need to play our deafening silence correctly. Heh. Redemption. Bitter Blossom's too much for Tibalt. Can't handle the fairies. The rogue fairies. Yeah, the Sword of Fire and Ice. Tip the scales there. Beat the Cascade player. I think we had a good shot at it in match 2 as well, and we just really goofed up how we were playing. You know, like slap the wrists. Woo. Black-white tokens. This is working. I like this list. This is some solid stuff here. Yeah, last guy, we need to pump them numbers up. Everyone should go invite one friend. Then we'll be able to continue our hot streak on Wednesday. All right, take care. Have a good sleep. No old Soren? No. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Look at this list. I should have a 1 Sarah over 1 Soren. The Soren's been pretty good so far. I think I can mulligan this. This is just a billion lands in this. All right, we'll keep. What have I done? What have I done? I kept. Opponent went down to 6 cards. Oh no. Round 3? Round 3? Well, got a lot of Stoneforges now. I could see it, Last God. I could see it. Definitely some small fine-tuning with the list. Definitely wouldn't be opposed to that suggestion. All right, Verdant Catacombs. What do we got going here? Oh my gosh. Just go get a basic here. I'm so sick and tired of all these fetch lands and drawing so many lands. Look at this vault. We're gonna get to activate vault. That's what's gonna happen this time. They'll blow up this one first. At least you will not miss your first 5 land drops. For 6 now. I'm the legend. They call me the 6-lander. The 6-lander. All right, Sword of Feast and Famine here. Let's see them spin the wheel. Oh gosh, it's round 3. Yep. Do we just like stop here and just like go? No, we don't quit. Down to 2. We don't quit, but apparently all we're gonna draw is nothing. I'm not gonna search. Throw them off. Yeah, it's the 3rd one in a row. All right, so we've lost one because of punts, won one because of playing tight and correctly. Here's the question. By the way, they got a Stoneforge Mystic? No, they got a... I don't even know what this is. Bloodbraid. Cascade into... Season Pyromancer is really strong. This is a lot of land drops. This is a lot of land drops. It's for 3. No more land drops, please. If this was earlier, we maybe get this going. I don't know if I want to show them this Bitter Blossom. I think I'd rather like kind of pseudo play this turn, planning to slap down a Batterskull here. Not show them Bitter Blossom, concede and go to game 2. Or even just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they saw the Lingering Souls. They don't know I have a Bitter Blossom. They don't know what's up. Wow, this is great. Let's put a Batterskull into play. They have no idea this Batterskull's here. This is the trick we needed. Dun dun dun. Batterskull. And we can attack this after getting a sword in. Oh no, they have something. Probably have a fatal push. Ugh, I'm done. I'm done. All right, we're not coming back from this. We've already played this. We're taking 5, 6, 7, which is half of our life. Top deck, path, fine. I gain a little bit of time. I'm not showing the Bitter Blossom. Another path, fine. But this is just taking over because they get to play Lingering Souls and all kinds of other stuff. All right, everyone. Repeat after me. What do we play? We play 2 Necromentias, 2 Silences, 1 Sword of Fire and Ice, and a Skyclave Apparition. Don't forget about those 2 Purges. Get rid of Path. 1 Sorin out. 1 Gideon, 1 Sword. And the Kaya's Guiles are gonna be pitched. Thank you. You bet that in less than 6 months, Cascade ruling will be changed? Maybe. We'll find out. Oh my gosh. What if I had a swamp? Mulligan, because I have a Field of Dead only. This is a Village Rites only hand. I'm looking for interaction in the way of Deafening Silence and or other ways. There we go.
For the sideboard song.
Thanks for the 100 bits. I have the Deafening Silence, but I don't have the white mana. That's okay. I flooded out real crazy. Last time I flooded out like crazy. That's what I'm just going to do, right? Cookie Ninja hitting us up with the bits because we sang. That's right. We're a singing stream now. Keep, Batterskull, and Path. Might want this path. Nah, we'll try this. We'll try this. My opponent's on the draw here. They did go down to 5. That would be 3 if they have the gemstone, which they don't. We do have to hit a land here. We're hoping that we get the Deafening Silence. Kept the creatures because we do want to beat down my opponent ASAP. Overgrown Tomb for my opponent and top deck land. Yes. There we go. Silence in play. Let's play some Magic. Let's play some Magic. Big question is, do we want to go ahead and wait on the Lingering Souls using Field of Ruin to get a basic Plains? Ooh, with the Sorin, yes. The answer is yes. So we're going to wait. Actually, I'm going to go do this now. I know I'm doing this while they can fetch. I'm okay with this. I really am okay with this. I don't want them to be using like crazy Simian Spirit Guide, do all this stuff. Nonsense here. Skyclave Apparition won't be able to be played if they do play a Blood Moon, but Lingering and Sorin are good. So feel good about these 2. Maybe they'll just do Valky, you know? Blood Moon. Oh, Simian. Oh, Bloodbraid. Bloodbraid spins into a Violent Outburst. That does nothing. Gotcha. Opponent's got a 3-2. Get wrecked, opponent. Land, we Sorin downtick. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. I know, you thought I was going to do it. We're going to do this. I could double block here if I wanted to. I'm probably going to just go ahead and take the 3. That way I can Sorin. I could also Skyclave this way, or I can Lingering Souls and like draw a card or something. There's a couple things we can do here. Okay, we're gonna do Lingering Souls here. I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 1 here. Leave a few back. What I'll probably do is Village Rites to draw, and then we'll look at doing Sorin with all of these spirits and gaining a whole bunch of life. There's 2 targets here. Well, I can Village Rites here. If I can't Village Rites because the Deafening Silence. So I want to get rid of Skyclave here because it's like the worst card for me. All right, well, we're gonna... I don't know if I double block here. I don't know what we're doing. Demonic Dread here. Okay. They're just gonna go for Valky, I guess. Valky doesn't hit anything, so that's fine. Cool. I'll wait. Thanks. Let's go ahead and use the Village Rites now on the Spirit that's tapped, just to see what else we were gonna draw. None of this is very good. And pass the turn. I can't block because Demonic Dread prevents me from blocking. Intangible Virtue is actually cut. Let me cut that card. All right, Sorin. Wonder if I make a token here or not. I'd probably just go up here and pass turn. Isn't it target creature can't block? I mean, like, I guess I could block the one. But I kind of wanted 2 spirits here for Sorin because I can gain life. Oh, never mind. I see what you're saying. Then, no, I don't have a clue why I didn't do it. I'm gonna block here. Gain some life. We're finding Deafening Silence and Lingering Souls aren't friends. Case in point. All right, we're gonna make a token here. Put 4 power in the battlefield. I'll probably go ahead and use Silent Clearing, draw a card. Yeah, I could have saved 3 life, you're correct. I am very incorrect. I wonder if there's a point where I want to put another Deafening Silence out. It's probably a no, because Maelstrom Pulse seems to be the way they're interacting with this card. Okay. I'm going to just get rid of an Inquisition here. I think it's really funny because I'm actually not really doing well with the Lingering Souls and the Deafening Silence. But it's working. It's just working. All right, we got there still. I think this card is just really backbreaking for this opponent. And I don't think we're going to change anything. You're right on the 3 life. I saw the blue text on there that said I couldn't block, and my brain exploded or something like that. All right, this is a mulligan. We know what cards we need. This is potentially one of the cards we need. Question is that enough? It can be. I'd prefer to have 2 discard spells or the Silent Clearing, or Deafening Silence. I think I go 1 more here. List has been good to us so far. There we go. Keep. Just pitch 2 Village Rites here. Start with Deafening Silence, then Thoughtseize. Yeah, but we know how we have to beat this opponent. We know what's up. Deafening Silence, go, opponent. Haha. And we have 2 basics, by the way. So Blood Moon's not even that scary. Stoneforge, cool, but I'm going to Thoughtseize here. I think this is more important to see what's going on. All right. We have a Bone Crusher, Demonic Dread, a K Command, and a Violent Outburst. Now watch them have a Beast Within. That would be rough. I'm tempted to actually take the K command here because I can Stoneforge, go get Sword of Fire and Ice, hopefully Lingering Souls or Skyclave. So yeah, because they have Demonic Dread and Violent Outburst, they're going to be able to cast that regardless of whether or not the Deafening Silence is gone. So I think K command gets binned here. And we'll probably lose Stoneforge, but we won't get Batterskull. We'll get SoFi. We're doing something here. Maybe they're just going to put Bone Crusher Giant down. Like, slap it down 4-3, beat this. I'll be like, sure, I'll do that. I can beat this. I can really beat this. I can really beat this. Why do I have my sideboard up? Oh, I have my sideboard up because I'm checking that I have SoFi in play. All right. Yeah, I think it's just Skyclave here. I think this is just like Skyclave can't really get something like a Blood Moon right now, and I think just a solid 2/2 here is pretty okay. Blood Braid spins into Blood Moon. There you go. I got it down before the Blood Moon. There you go. Easy mode. They'll attack for 3. I'm not going to block here. If I top deck a land, Stoneforge is pretty good. Let's still Stoneforge anyway. Go get that Sword of Fire and Ice. I can always get the Batterskull next. Hit for 2 past turn. Happy to take another 3 here. We know their hand. Yeah, but we know we're going to provide targets for this card. Back-to-back Blood Braids are a little rough. It's a Violent Outburst. It's a dead hit. Oh my gosh, opponent. Oh, I guess it's not a total dead hit because they can actually just play the front half of that. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7 here. I'm going to let it resolve here. Land off the top means I get the Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright, we'll play Lingering Souls past turn. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Got some chump blockers. They played a land. It wasn't the Verdant Catacombs. They have no crazy, scary spells here. So we can block. I can get Stoneforge back. Do I want to get Stoneforge back? I think the answer is yes. The question is, do I want to kill a Blood Braid? I don't think I have to. I think I can take 3 here. Because then getting Stoneforge back, I at least get to do that. Then I'll have 2 blockers and I can get... Let's say okay to this. This seems okay. I don't going to 5 feels all right. Oh, that's right. They convert this. Man, we did this twice. Oh my gosh. I need to block over here too. I've done this twice now. I need to wake up. All right, Lingering Souls. We got to just pass the turn here. We have the Sword of Fire and Ice. We're gonna have to do some chum blocking that I don't really want to be doing. Outburst still an Anthem? No. What? Just his target creature can't block this turn. Opponent plays that Verdant Catacombs. Batterskull would have been nice. So we block here, we block, block, and block. Yeah, the red-green one's the +1/+0. I'm just thinking how I want to do this. This would give me Stoneforge back, and then I get to play the Stoneforge in here. This will make a creature can't block. Let's think for a second here. This gives him another creature. I don't really want to do that just yet. Can I block like this? I'm gonna block like this. They get 2 in if they do the Violent Outburst here. And what I can do is activate Stoneforge here. Activating putting Sword of Fire and Ice into play. This means the Skyclave can attack and shoot down the Bloodbraid that I failed to kill here. Or I can get the Stoneforge. I'll probably be shooting down the Bloodbraid though, so that this doesn't kill me. And just hope they don't top deck a Bloodbraid here. I can actually kill this one and put down the new Stoneforge here too. And if I do that, I can use the Stoneforge to block, and then I can play my Batterskull. Let's do that instead. Stoneforge, go get Batterskull, and the next turn I can safely get the Batterskull down. This can chump block, and I'm at 4 instead of going to like 2 or something. Yeah, I like this. And now that we're chump blocking as well, and I have the land, I have the Village Rites and the Stoneforge. All right, all right, all right. What is this? Oh, okay, they're gonna do this to put a Valky in play. That's fine, maybe? Nothing to take. It flashes in the 2/1, but we're still okay-ish here. Because now... Oh, this means that this creature can't block. Never mind. They got us. If we get Batterskull earlier there, we end up winning. So it's a good lesson that Batterskull is probably better than SoFi. We were thinking SoFi because we had the Deafening Silence, but maybe it's just better to get the Batterskull. There's a Purge. That would have been nice. Yeah, well, it's interesting to see them attack from that line, so it gives us another perspective on this matchup. Now that we've seen it 3 times here. I'm pretty happy to be going 2-2, though. Let's see if we can get that 3-2. Now that we've seen a few different lines there on how they can interact with our Deafening Silence, it'll help us in future games. Gosh. I feel like I've made a bunch of mistakes. I made a bunch of mistakes. We'll just run into trickery one more time here, right? Or this isn't trickery, it's just a Tibalt. All right, we're 2-2. My opponent's 2-2 as well. We've had to mulligan aggressively for ways to interact with our opponent, though, and that's what's kept us probably closer into the game than we would have hoped. 100 play points coming? All right. That's what we like to hear. All right. I'll keep this. Got an Inquisition. Got some Village Rites for this Bitter Blossom. And then we have Sorin to gain us some life back. You like chess? Are we on round 3 or round 4 of this? Stomping Ground, shocked it in, immediately a green. Wild Nacatl. Wild Nacatl is gonna be really awkward. All right, it's Inquisition here. All right, what a hand. Searing Blaze will be 3. Lightning Bolt. I might take the Bolt. Because it's just direct damage. This isn't 2015. This is 2021 tech. Zoo Landfall. Goblin Guide for our opponent. All right, we hit a Stoneforge. That's something. I will play Stoneforge way over Bitter Blossom, go get the Batterskull, and we gotta hope that they don't get that land here. Batterskull's a good Stonewall. Please. No. Land. Tax are 4. That's fine. Have at me, opponent. No, skewer the critics. All right, how do I gotta play a Skyclave here, I think. We gotta hit our land drops. Yeah, we're gonna hit the Nacatl because it could become a 3/3. And we're going to hopefully block Goblin Guide. My opponent found the land. Searing Blaze coming in hot. Hits for 2. Into Lingering Souls. I'm at 3 and this kills me. Darn. Darn, they found the land. What are you going to do? All right. I got rid of Auriok Champion. We'll see if that punishes us here. I do have Celestial Purges, which I'm going to bring in. I do have more Skyclaves. I'm going to bring those in as well. Sophie is going to be brought in. And I have a Timely Reinforcements. So we have some stuff here. Sort of Feast and Famine out. Probably the Bitter Blossoms in this matchup. Seems like a bad thing to be taking too much damage here. We could also play a Doomscar. We haven't gotten to try that yet. I kind of want to do that. Let's get rid of these Thoughtseizes as well. So Thoughtseize, Bitter Blossom, Sword of Feast and Famine. We have our own Sword of Fire and Ice. A few more Skyclaves. They're not bad. I know they're Searing Blazes. Purges for some of the red creatures we'll see. Timely to gain life. And a Doomscar. Because why not? Doomscar on turn 3 might actually be the game-winning play. Definitely not Deafening Silence. All right, I think I can keep this. I think we can keep this. I'll put Prismatic Vista down first because I might use Path, I might not. Something about validating tokens, exactly. All right, a Relic is played for our opponent. Let's go ahead and immediately get a Stoneforge down. See if they can deal with this. Gonna go get a Batterskull. How was your night, Grace? I saw you were streaming briefly, and when I got to look and see what was going on, you were already offline. I was very sad. Is it still Batterskull here? I think it is, just because I don't have that many tokens right now. I don't like Lingering Souls. Nope. I think it's a little bit odd here, but clearly my opponent doesn't want us to do Lingering Souls. Wow, they gave me the turn back here. We'll just pass the turn and plan Batterskull. I mean, maybe they have a way to kill Batterskull. This is a very strange start for my zoo friend here. Shocks in a Sacred Foundry. Boros charms me. Okay. Oh, it went kaput at exactly midnight? Yeah, that's exactly when I tuned in. Scheduled maintenance. Some weird stuff. Okay, we're floating that red mana, reconsidering. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good with just a Sorin to follow this up, too. All right. Definitely going to go ahead and play the Batter Skull in. If they have a way to blow it up, they do. Ah, Destructive Revelry. Cool. All right. We're not going to use Village Rites just yet because I could get the Sorin in and attack with the Stoneforge. All right. Let's Inquisition them. That seems safe. We have Atarka's Command, Lava Spike, Skewer, and Relic. I think I take Skewer because it kills Stoneforge. I might take Lava Spike here and see if they'll go ahead and Skewer Stoneforge. Yeah, you can't gain life. It's only one of the modes, though. I fear no one mode. I fear the Skewer a lot. I'm not going to shock him for the Village Rites. I was considering doing that, but I think 2 life is worth losing this and not gaining 2 here, especially since I have Sorin. Opponent draws with a Relic. Lava Spike, Atarka's Command, 2 unknowns. When Relic's in here too. I'd love them to go after the Stoneforge Mystic. Spike and an Eidolon here. So this is like probably Purge territory because the path is just better, and Sorin uptick and gain some life back. Gain a little bit of life. Gain a little bit of life. Just a little bit of life. Do-do-do-do-do-do. New Relic. Okay. We have an Atarka's Command that they're going to leave up and ready. Takes my Purge. All right, the very first thing here I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt a Skyclave Apparition here. We're going to attempt this to get rid of Relic and make them decide, do I Relic and draw, or am I going to do Atarka's Command here for the Stoneforge? Because I'm going to gain life. If they decide to not do this and do something with Atarka's Command, I'll probably make a token. And we clear the Relic as well. So we'll make our token here and we'll attack for 1 pass turn. We are at 6. My opponent could hit us for 6 damage. Land is not damage, although 2 Searing Blazes will do it. Boros Charm's part of the equation. And Atarka's Command. All right. Well, they had enough burn there at the end. They got us. They got us. 50 play points here, playing black-white tokens. Very quick list. We ended up playing 2 lists that were not Tibalts and 3 that were. We ended up going 1-2 against the Tibalts and then 1-1 overall with the other lists. There were plenty of mistakes. We'll own that. Plenty of mistakes, plenty of sequencing things. I think you could... I think you could take this and take on the Tibalt lists. I don't see anything wrong with trying to do it that way. I think the list has some legs. We never saw the Unleashed. We never really had Doomscar come into effect either. So those are 2 things that We're just kind of amongst the lists. So, you have the Squadron Hawks. Last God, I could see some of that. I like the Bitter Blossom. That worked really well. But there you go. Not bad. I think this list will need a revisit. Not tonight, but maybe on Friday we'll revisit it. We have another list to play.